Welcome back to Where Wine Takes You, the show that gets past the polish and into the dirt and close to the people who make Paso wine country what it is, the best anywhere. I'm your host, Adam Montiel. Today we're celebrating two people who prove that the best awards don't just recognize a great year, they recognize all the years nobody was watching. The early mornings, the late night picks, the risks, the sacrifices, the work that happens long before anybody hands you a belt buckle. And yes, it is a sweet ass belt buckle, I will say. My guests are two of the newest honorees from the San Luis Obispo County wine community, Janell Dusi, owner and winemaker of J Dusi Wines, your 2026 Winemaker of the Year, and Octavio García Martínez, founder of Martínez Farming, and your 2026 Wine Grape Grower of the Year. And I love this pairing because they represent both sides of the bottle. Janell comes from a Paso family whose roots run back more than a century, a family that helped make old vine Zinfandel part of this region's DNA. She grew up in the vineyard, learned old world Italian winemaking from her grandfather Dante, farming from her father, and built J Dusi Wines with a family tradition, but very much her own perspective. And there's something full circle about having her here. Janell Dusi was the very first guest on Where Wine Takes You, episode numero uno. 6 years later, she is back. Then there's Tavo, a man who came to this country as a teenager, built his life in the vineyards, found Martinez Farming, and now leads crews across California with a philosophy that's as much about people as it is about plants. This is a guy who shows up during an overnight pick with dozens of double-doubles from In-N-Out, right? Donuts, ice, whatever else his team needs to keep moving. He doesn't just manage vineyards. He takes care of the people working inside them. Of course, we recorded this one at the SLO CAL Studios just as Harvest 2026 was preparing to come earlier than either of them had ever seen. Two award winners, two different journeys, one shared truth. Paso's greatness doesn't begin in the glass. We know that. It begins with the people. All right, before we get into today's chat, let's check the pulse of Paso because around here, the grapes are already moving. Glasses are staying full. Apparently, the spirits have their own damn weekend now. Let's get into your Paso Wine Wire.
The Paso Wine Wire.
Well, let's start with a little national love for a local business that knows how to put Paso in the passenger seat. Love my friends at Toast Tours. They've been named the highest ranked wine tour company in California. And the #2 best wine tour company in the entire country. This from the 2026 USA Today 10 Best Reader's Choice Awards. And that's huge. Christina Horton, also her husband Lars, started Toast Tours in 2018 with a pretty simple idea. Don't just drive people from winery to winery, build them a day that actually feels personal. They customize the itinerary. They match people with knowledgeable local guides and help visitors connect with the wineries, restaurants, people, and the stories that make this region exceptional. And I love that their goal was never to become the biggest tour company. Their goal was just to make you feel like you were spending the day with a local friend who knows where all the good stuff is. Now the rest of the country knows it too. So stoked. I saw Christina last night at a tasting at Gravesend, and it was so cool for her to, it was just so cool to congratulate her. Congratulations to Christina, to Lars, their guides, and the whole Toast Tours crew. California's #1, America's #2. Way to go. And depending on how much wine you drink during the tour, possibly your new emergency contact. We love Christina. They're fantastic over there. So Christina, Lars, cheers. And we'll put links to that great news in the show notes. What else is cooking? A couple things. We told you about these next few things, but because they're popping, they're happening soon, I want to let you know again. Next weekend, August 7th through the 9th, we told you about the Paso Robles Distillery Trail Weekend. It's back, bringing all the members there. You got that copper card, which includes a complimentary tasting at each of the participating distilleries. You don't need the copper card to go be involved in this Distillery Trail Weekend, but that is kind of a cool little gift idea. But head out to one of these distillery trails. To one of these distillers next weekend with Distillery Trail Weekend. You can go to Paso Robles distillerytrail.com for more. And that copper card, it kind of acts like a passport that never expires, even beyond the weekend. It never goes bad. It's like a passport, but instead of border stamps, you get booze. Pretty cool. Honestly, that might be the strongest immigration policy I've heard all year. Love it. Also, of course, this weekend, as we're publishing this, the Paso Robles White Wine Invitational. Told you about that several times. Get out to it. Links in the show notes. It's going to be incredible at Rava, Saturday, August 1st. All right.
The Paso Wine Wire.
Okay, later in the show, we are headed to one of those perfectly Paso events. I got another one coming up for you, where the wine is serious, the food not playing around either, but the people making both are having way too much fun. We're spotlighting the Paso Rotary Winemakers Cook-Off. That's a day where local winemakers step out from behind the barrel, fire up the grills, and compete for people's choice, also judges' choice, bragging rights. And yes, the food and wine are the hook, but the heart of this event is the way it gives back. So later I'll tell you all about the wineries, the food, the competition, and why this event has become such a beloved Paso tradition. That in our Travel Paso Spotlight later. Before your next trip to Paso, your next adventure, hit up travelpaso.com. Whether you're planning a wine weekend, looking for the next great event, hunting down a killer meal, or maybe just trying to figure out where to stay. After all that research, Travel Paso has got you covered. Build the trip, find the fun, and start exploring like a local at travelpaso.com. All right, today's conversation, it's really about what happens when a community finally stops, looks at the people doing the work and says, yeah, we see you. Because awards, sure, they're fun. The applause is great. And yes, the belt buckles are objectively sexy, but none of that tells the full story. That's our job. Janell Dusi. She didn't discover wine later in life. No, she grew up with grapevines outside her bedroom window. The Dante Dusi Vineyard was like her backyard, her playground, her family business, and eventually the foundation for her own dream. When she was still a kid, she asked the question that changed the trajectory of her life. Why are we working this hard to grow these grapes just to sell them all to somebody else? Her father reminded her that the Dusis were grape growers. But Janell, she wanted to complete the circle. So she went to her grandfather Dante, convinced him to teach her, and they started making wine with the basic tools, a trash can, a cheesecloth, and the kind of confidence you can only have before life teaches you to be scared. I mean, at 13, she entered her homemade Zinfandel into the amateur wine making competition at the Mid-State Fair and won an honorable mention. That little pink ribbon still hangs in her tasting room. Now she's got a much bigger piece of hardware right next to it, and that is 2026 Winemaker of the Year. Sitting beside her today in the SLO CAL Studios, Tavo García Martínez, founder of Martínez Farming and the 2026 Wine Grape Grower of the Year. Tavo was born in Oaxaca, came to the United States at 16, and moved to Paso in 1998. He built his career from the ground up, literally, learning the vineyard business, developing land, planting vines, managing crews, and eventually founding Martínez Farming in 2010. Today, his company works with vineyards throughout California, but what makes Tavo special isn't just how much land he manages, it's how he manages people. And then there's the other side of Tavo, the one that I was certainly not prepared for. Only learned this as I was learning him. This man is a full-blown social media star. He uses Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, hundreds of thousands of followers on all these different platforms to show people how vineyards actually work. The pruning, the planting, the machinery, the problems, the people, and all the labor that goes into a bottle before a winemaker even ever touches the fruit. I thought I was interviewing a farmer. Turns out I'm sitting across from the Mr. Beast of viticulture. I love this. And we're having this conversation really at a wild moment. The 2026 harvest, it's arriving earlier than either of them have ever experienced. So you ready? 2 people, 2 belt buckles, a whole lot of life between both. You ready? Let's dive in.
So give me that moonshine, we'll get by. We pass on now till the job is done. Camped out in the trees, we'll simplify good company.
Cheers, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out.
I'm so happy to be here with you, Adam.
This is great. Tavo, it's really nice to meet you, my friend.
Nice to meet you too. I think somewhere in the world it's already 5 o'clock, so we can drink.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tavo's down.
getting after it.
Yes. Me and Tavo will have a little bit then. I like
Okay.
it. Yeah, here, hand me that Pinot Grigio.
Well,
Yeah.
this is the only one that's not perfect temperature.
Well, like, obviously, if Tavo's down to pour some down, he doesn't give a shit if
Okay,
it's...
yeah.
All right. I like your style, guys.
I like his style.
Hey, this Pinot Grigio could be drinking anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it almost has a... Is that a newer little like hue to it? Or has it always been this kind of
Yeah,
color?
Pinot Grigio, Grigio, it means gray in Italian. So it's actually the only white varietal that some Pinot Grigio turns gray on the vine.
Cheers.
And we are there this year. 2026, Pinot Grigio is purplish gray already. We're getting ready to...
We're already harvesting.
I'll start on Sunday night.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So, I mean, it almost hit July, but to be August, 2nd, I'll be harvesting is the earliest ever for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we knew this was going to be an early harvest, didn't we?
We did. I think it's been shadowing to be early, but just how early it is kind of mind blowing.
Is this a theme, Tavo, or are you seeing this, more consistently or what?
No, it's my first time I see harvest. Like we possibly harvest for Dao Savio Blanca on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it's my first time we harvest in July for
Ever. Yeah.
ever. Yeah, I think 30 years I be in the vineyard industry, so
Yeah.
it's too early.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wine Grape Grower of the Year.
Yeah.
Tell
Thank
me
you.
when you found out, tell me what you felt, what you thought.
Yeah, we got a phone call from Joel. I got his number in my phone because I planned last year. We possibly want to do like a pruning competition, so I have his number, and I got a phone call from him. I have missed phone call from him. I
This
said,
is Joel
maybe-
Peterson at Paso
Yeah.
Wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, correct. And they said maybe he's missed phone call or something. So, or he's how to say. So I call him back.
Yeah.
He said, "Congratulations, you got nominated for Wine Grower of the Year." I said, "Really?" So I don't say thank you. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
So I said, "Well," and I think he's told me how many more nominated. So I said, "Okay, thank you." I never thought I get it. So a couple of weeks later, I got a phone call again. So he says, "Congratulations, you win." I said, "Really?"
That's when you have no expectations.
Right.
Like you don't even think, oh, it's not even possible. And you kind of stash that away somewhere. You sweep it under the rug. It feels good because you got
Yes.
nominated, but you're really not expecting any like you're fine with just that.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
And then all of a sudden that phone call comes. What did you feel?
I feel good because hard work and you get recognized for all the work you did. So, like I say, I don't do it to expect that one, but I work hard, like passion, trade good, my people, and working like every day. Like it's fun.
Yeah.
And Janelle knows how we work there. Passion.
I'm so impressed.
Passion to doing the artwork to keep our people happy.
Let me do one thing with your mic because you pop your P's a little bit. Lean forward to me. I'm just going to turn it down just a little bit like this. Hopefully that. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Cool.
That better?
Yeah, just for the P's. So interesting. Tell me, Janelle, when you found out, how'd that go with you?
Oh, yeah, same thing, Joel. But I was like, okay, who's voting for this? I was kidding. It was, like you said, it was great to be recognized. And it's the 20th year that I've had wine in the bottle. So that's something fun to kind of celebrate. And what a good launching point to start the harvest this year and really give us some enthusiasm to harvest. So
Cool. Good for you.
it was fun. And I mean, I was like, does this mean I get a belt buckle?
Yeah.
Like that was the most exciting part. And so Tavo was wearing his today. I need to start wearing that more.
Yes.
The belt buckle is like the most prestigious part about it. It's big too, huh?
It is.
Yeah.
Well,
Let me
not-
see her.
not too
Stand
big.
up. Stand up. Let's see it.
Oh, you can
Oh,
just,
he's going to take the whole
You can
thing.
take it off.
Yeah, you're going to take it
he's
off.
ready to party, Adam.
I don't take the pants off. Just-
Look at that,
One
baby.
sip of Pinot Grigio, we got the pants coming
Yeah.
off.
That's pretty sweet looking.
it is.
And it's got your name on it.
Yes.
Yeah, the name is huge.
And it's got this like these gems in it. That is a sweet belt buckle.
Yeah, it is.
Good for you, man.
Thank you.
I must feel
Thank-
so good. You're proud of it.
Yeah, we proud of that too.
Have you rocked yours yet?
Oh yeah, every night at the fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like fitting.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel legit here now, walking down the midway, being like, yeah,
Yeah.
I actually got this. I didn't pay for it.
Right. What concerts did you check out this year?
Adam, I just go to almost everyone because I live 5 minutes away. Like, why not go see live music?
Yeah.
But we went to a lot of them.
Tell me, I want to know.
Oh,
Somebody-
Stapleton.
What was that first like day zero of the fair?
You know, it
Was it literally the best night?
It was odd. I mean, just the whole thing, getting in and all this stuff was kind of odd, but it was cool. It was great. He was awesome, and up there with his wife was really cool. And then Lainey Wilson, Willie Nelson was really, really sweet.
Was it?
The concert show was.
Is it hard to watch him because he's getting to a point where it's not the same?
I saw him in Poso for his 80th birthday.
Yeah.
That was 14 years ago, and I thought that was the last show I'd see him at. But he was with his family, and he had everyone tight and close, and everyone sitting down. I think it was just really intimate, really sweet. I was
like
surprised by it. Yeah.
Wow.
It was cool.
That's cool.
And then, I mean, Ice Cube, Warren G.
What was that
You got to
like?
represent. No belt buckle that night. But,
No,
yeah.
I think it still would have been a Probst.
I was in the pit, so it was fun.
Oh,
yeah.
so I almost wanted to go just for Warren G. I mean, I love Ice Cube, but Warren G was like, I mean,
it was everything.
Yeah. And it's like, that's how we got our sex ed. I mean,
exactly.
West Coast hip hop. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like,
word for word.
God. I remember seeing him one time in Slow Brew.
Oh.
The Garden Street location back in the day. So we're talking like max 350
tight
people.
shows, yeah.
Snoop Dogg did a show there. I don't know how. And then he does that song, It Ain't No Fun. It ain't no fun if the homies can't, And then in that song is like Corrupt, Nate Dogg, rest in peace, Warren G. And Warren, they all, besides Nate Dogg being passed away, everyone from that song came out. So Warren G came and then Warren G did a bunch of Warren G songs. So fun.
So fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you went to a lot of the shows. What was your favorite show of the whole time? Do you know?
I think Stapleton. Yeah. I just thought Willie was really sweet. And then, I mean, Three Dog Night at Wine Night was a little kind of slow.
Yeah. You were, and I'm sure you know this, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You were the first episode of Where Wine Takes You.
I know.
It's so cool.
Who knew back then it'd be what it is today? Adam, you give props to you.
6 years. It was, I want to say June of 2020 or July of 2020 or something like that.
I don't remember, but
yeah, it was a long time ago.
I mean, I remember the first I remember being the first one.
During
being
COVID.
like, yeah.
We're all, everything was so different. And to see where the show's gone and to have you back on for this incredible award that you won, it's really important and special to me. So thank you for being here.
Yeah, well, thanks for having us.
Well, I know you are both very busy people, especially Tavo. We're getting right into harvest, and this is exactly what you're doing. And I know when I was talking to you on the phone, you are increasingly, as the years go by, we've known each other for like 15, 16 years maybe now.
Probably more than that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But like the idea, like every time we connect, you're more busy, you're dipping into more. What is the latest with J Dizzle? What is going on and what is keeping you before harvest so busy? And what are some of the exciting things that you've been going through?
Yeah, I mean, getting ready to harvest the next vintage of Pinot Grigio, which is just slinging it through the tasting room and out and out. So thanks everyone for keep on drinking that Dusi water.
Yeah.
And now this next week, I'm going to start canning a lot more cans.
Call it Dusani.
Like that's nice.
Like
nice one.
Yeah.
Machine harvest or hand harvest?
For the cans?
Yeah. No, for the
Pinot Grigio?
Pinot Grigio.
A little bit of both, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But we're going to be doing this cans that is soon going to be on in October on all the United flights. So in Coach, you can buy it in can, and so it'll be a red wine, and I'm excited. It's a little more stress than I'm used to, a little more volume than I'm in my comfort zone with, but it's been fun, and we're almost to the finish line, so I can't wait to get that done.
What part of scaling is the most rewarding, and what part of scaling is the toughest for you?
The stress scales with production for me, because I'm small, but this is a canning for a girls who started this company called Maker, and they seek out female winemakers throughout the United States, and they want to show and change your mind about good wine. Great wine can be in a can. And so I've always done a Zinfandel with them, a red blend, a bubbly rosé, and now this red for a United. And it'll be on all flights in October. So
it's incredible.
Yeah, it's good.
How do you go? Okay, I need to get my hands on a ton more cab. Do you start hitting like texting a bunch of people, or
this
you just look to the bulk market?
Opportune times seem to be great because guess what we all have a lot of right now? some gallons in tank that we're waiting to move. So fortunately, this is higher production, so lower price point for the juice, but right now, we just want to get some tanks empty and prepared for harvest. So it's an opportune time for us, and can't wait to get it shipped next Monday.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
And where are you doing the canning? Are you doing it?
Up in Rack and Riddle, up in Geyserville.
Oh, yeah,
so
cool.
I'm going to drive up there next week. Super fast, speedy line, and we used to can at the cellar at the winery. And it was like you have to dry every top of every can, and your hands were freezing and wet towels. It was miserable. And it would take us about 4 or 5 days. And so this is like ship it up north.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Rack and riddle gets it done fast.
What size are these cans? Are they little Red Bull cans? What are they?
Yeah, shorter than a Red Bull. So it's 1.3 glasses.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's 3 cans for a bottle.
And that's so awesome because to the customer, you're over delivering. Oftentimes you'll get these cans, even people like, Andrew Jones, who also a big winner here, remember back in the day, like the Alloy Wine Works. And,
oh, yeah.
I mean,
he was like the first one. Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God, this is nearly a bottle of wine in a can. Like you kill this poolside, you're cooked. You know what I mean? So like
a little more alcohol than your normal beer. So yeah.
Right.
It gets you.
A lot.
Yeah.
So exciting. So it's great to have you guys both back here. Awards are interesting because, the audience sees the applause and your family gets to, congratulate you. But the person receiving the award sometimes can feel maybe not invisible in the years before it, but when you don't get recognized, it all kind of just floods you in like one moment. So when you first get an award like this, Tavo, what are some of the things that maybe you like reflect on? I mean, you've been doing this for a long time.
Right. It's like, so everybody excited. My family was excited for what we get. Like we enjoy. So we're nervous to go speak because I never have doing like
public speaking.
Yes.
And
in Spanish a little bit I did, but in English never. So it's a little harder, but
did you do your speech in English or Spanish?
English.
Yeah, he did great.
Did you do a little bit your English was great. Did you do a little bit in Spanish?
A little bit.
There you go.
Yeah,
cool. Good for you.
I do a lot of videos too, and I started doing more floating too, and I do a lot of videos and TikTok and Instagram, YouTube.
Mr. Social Media over here.
And Facebook.
On your social media, you got like 15,000 followers. That's just on Insta. Are you?
Facebook, I got 400,000.
What?
What?
And YouTube, I have 280,000 subscribers.
You're a viral social media star.
Dude, Octavio's a man. We just started using him 2 years now as our vineyard contractor. And during harvest, I've never seen anything like it. And he's there, but his team and how he is and treats his people or people that work for him is amazing. And I even said it in my speech. I stopped and was like, never in my life have been so excited. And Octavio came out at 1:15 in the morning and brought 55 or 65 double cheeseburgers from In-N-Out at 1:30 in the morning. He's bringing donuts. He's bringing ice all night because we pick all night long. Right. And so we're the ones, managing the crew, and Octavio and his people are just rock star. And he just really cares about everybody, which is really, really nice.
How are you getting your hands on 50 double doubles?
In-N-Out did that. So In-N-Out worked hard.
But at 1:30, he says they close at 1 a.m. So we got there at like 12:45.
Oh, they must have loved it.
And then piled it up. Yeah.
Right.
That's so smart.
I make it right on time because this crew was working. I didn't because the rain. We had to start a second shift.
Crunch time. So we did something I've never done in my entire life of grape farming, and we picked for almost 36 hours over a couple nights. And so we went home, rested for a little bit, and went right back out there. And he knew it, and he was out there trying to get everyone, energy going and keep morale up. And I was out there, over 12 hours each night, and it was just like, oh my gosh, the smile and the jaw dropping watching him come in with these burgers was like, I don't know. It was so incredible. I'll never forget it. Yeah.
That's so cool.
And you work so hard too because she's make wine daytime and nighttime she's going to drive the tractor. So I don't know how you survive.
I know. We finished harvesting grapes. I'm like, okay, family, I got to go make wine now. See you later.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of winemakers who
let me before I forgot, I did Michael that night. Drink a lot of coffee.
Your brother?
Okay, my whole family was out there.
Yeah.
But my brother Michael was running the forklift because we were picking. I think we picked 120 tons or 150 tons that night or over the couple nights. My brother was just drinking coffee and Red Bull and then started throwing up, and it was freezing out. It was so cold. I was running a light tower tractor, and I kept, whenever I'd stop, I'd get off the tractor, do a lap around the tractor, do 10 squats just to stay awake and stay warm because there was no cab or anything. So it was freezing out there.
Wow.
Yeah. And so my brother Michael was out there all night. We were all there. My sister-in-law, Allie, had a cab tractor, and she was a light tower driver, except for she kept falling asleep every 2 minutes because she had the heater on, and she was so hot, it was making her sleepy.
Yeah.
I was freezing my butt off, and I was like running around circles. I'm like,
It was freezing because it was right before the rain.
The rain.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
man.
so we were working straight out trying to get as much grapes off the vine as possible for the rain.
That year was very, very tough because, everybody
Yeah.
wants to harvest 2 days before the rain. So I had to make a phone call. So I got like 120 people just for those 2 nights, extra people. Make
Yeah.
phone calls. I got people from King
makes it
City,
happen.
from everywhere.
Yeah.
So just get it done. So that's my good personality, I think, to trade with
Yeah.
people I know. And I have know a lot of people I have connections, call foremen, whatever I need. So
Probably put it out there on social media, huh?
Yes.
Like,
Got enough people paying attention.
yeah.
right.
I wonder, first of all, it seems like a family affair, and like you can't not. Everyone seems like, what happens when someone, I'm going to stay back today. I'm just going to, like, it doesn't seem like the Dusis allow for anything like that. And someone could look at you like she's the owner, she's super telegenic, you're selling, like you're all over the place. Certainly she's not busting 12-hour days, freezing her ass off.
Driving a light tower. I know.
Yeah, but you are. And like you guys are all about it.
Yeah. I think the only hall pass you get is like in college.
Yeah.
So my nieces and nephews right now get that, or I did. I loved every second of that.
Yeah.
Being away, I got to go to school. I'm far away. Other than, it's a call to action, and we all put down what we do, even if you have other jobs, and come back and help bring the family harvest in.
So even if like your day-to-day isn't, you're not on the payroll of J Dusi or Dusi, the paper shoot, whatever. If it's harvest time, nephews are getting the phone call.
Yeah.
Parents are going, all right, Joe, Brian, we're all.
Yep. Even Billy, he's on breakfast crew with my mom. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He's on the food crew. We don't let him do a lot of manual labor. So, yeah, but a certain night, I don't do it every single night during harvest because I have a big job at the winery. But yeah, it is that particular weekend too was all hands on deck.
When did this start for you? Because I know you've been making wine since like you were a teenager.
Yeah.
But when did it start with like, hey, we're doing some stuff. Come on, Janell, you're coming with.
Oh, in the vineyard?
Yeah.
Since I could walk, since you could lift something up, since you could do anything. And the baby in the backpack. My sister-in-law Allie had her kids in the baby backpack out there. She's still out there. So that's always been there. But I started the wine label in 2006 while I was working at AGM.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'd have a full-time job in order to make wine.
So when I first met Janell, AGM was the name of the and rest in peace radio. I do miss terrestrial radio.
It's not called that?
Well, no, it is, but I'm just saying it's not the same radio. Like it's a dying business.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And back in the day, she was a salesperson for radio ads, and I was on the radio, so that's how I got to meet Janell, and that's where we became first and fast friends. It's awesome. I love our friendship. I want to play a piece of audio as we're talking about family history and stuff. This is a couple minutes. It's from Paul Hoover, who was a recent guest on the show, and he tells this great story about Dante, who is your grandfather.
Yes.
Not little Dante, which is your buddy.
Right.
But this is Paul Hoover. Check this out.
And this is a cool story if there's time. So when I was out getting grapes from Dante Dusi, and I was in my early 30s, and one time his granddaughter worked for me, Michael's original wife and Michael Dusi of that side of the family. So she was working for me. She goes, Grandpa, I think I can get you some grapes. And I said, you can give me Dusi grapes? She goes, yeah, you got to kind of come out on a different day. Do you want to see Toby seeing you picking up grapes? And I said, and it was true, by the way, because everybody was on allocation back then. And I wish we were there today. And so I went out one day. I got my little ton. I'm making grapes. And so Mindy said, hey, she goes, Grandpa wants to get you some more grapes. And I said, well, sure he does. It's a good year. He goes, no, you don't understand. Second crop, Zinfandel, really small berries. The family's picking for the family, and they want to pick another half ton for you. And I said, all right, what the hell? Okay. I don't want to make him mad at me. So I go out there and no shit. There's picking bins that the family hand-picked, not bins, trays.
Yeah.
So there's my trays on the floor and the family's trays. And so I go over with my refractometer and I'm starting to check stuff. And pretty soon here comes Dante. I love the man. And he came over and he goes, boy. I said, yes, sir. He goes, what are you doing?
It's ready, trust me.
Yeah. He said, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm checking the bricks. He goes, are you now?
Yeah.
And he said, do you know I picked this special for you because it's from all, and he goes, you don't know nothing about Zinfandel, right? I go, I know nothing about Zinfandel. He goes, well, those bricks are all over the map because you're going to drive yourself crazy. He told me this. He said, put your toys away.
Yeah.
And he said, you're a good winemaker. Go home and make wine. And he said, I wouldn't have called you if I didn't think you were a good winemaker. And I said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is where the story gets fun. So I went home, didn't have to adjust nothing. I mean, it was like perfect because it was from 29 bricks to 21 bricks to all over the map. And so anyway, I make this wine. And then 2 years later, maybe 3 years later. So I'm entering my wines in the fair, home winemaker, and I'm taking kids to the fair as a 4-H leader because I've got, I'm 4-H in my veins. So I'm up there showing, and that's in the good old days when we used to camp, so I'd take my wines and I'd enter them in the fair. And that was something for me to do while I was up there all week, Well, so one day my buddy comes walking into camp, is what we used to call it. He goes, Hoove. He goes, yeah. He goes, you won the whole fair. I said, get out of here. I said, my cab? Nope. And I said, these are all the ones I grew. My Syrah? He goes, nope. And I said, well, what won? He goes, your Zinfandel. And I was like, that damn Dante. I mean, he knew. I still have bottles of that, by the way, is still drinking.
Oh, cool.
Amazingly.
Really?
Yes.
Isn't that such a cool story?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Full circle back to the fair.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally back to the fair. What's it like to hear old stories about your grandfather?
Well, I mean, so true. He's like, get all those gadgets out of the way, stop. And Zinfandel is the hardest varietal because it's uneven ripening. And so, sugars are across the board and you never know what you're going to get. You can't guarantee what you're going to get that day because it'll definitely soak up. And I mean, he was out there his whole life. We're all bored on that ranch and lived there our whole life. So it's just like in us, I guess,
When you talk about Zinfandel, we've heard uneven ripening. They look like little football players. They have these big shoulders.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can look and go, oh, that's a raisin. You turn it over, there's a green grape. And everything
Absolutely.
in between. How do you kind of sort Zinfandel to not kind of outsort the magic of Zinfandel?
That's the uniqueness of it. You don't want to oversort it. I got rid of my sorting table a couple years ago because I checked out this thing that Turley did with Cal Poly, and I was taking kind of like panning for gold, and there were different size holes in this pan, and they took grapes. And so the smallest one went in bucket 1, the second one all through 5 different sizes, and they made each 5 different wines off that berry size. And the smaller berry was too concentrated, too jam-like, too porty. The big berry, too watered, too just soft and watered down.
Yeah.
The middle one was great, but you need all of that. And that's what the sexiness of Old Vine Zen is everything all together. I mean, sorting out and, a nice machine that gets a lot of the raisins out because that's impossible to not get raisins on your bunches. But with the Zen, I think that's what's unique about Old Vine Zen is not to oversort it, that's part of it,
Yeah. When it comes to Zinfandel, how do you look at it and talk about that, Tavo?
The Zinfandel, like the harvesting.
Yeah.
I like it because the big clusters.
Yeah.
All the workers, they really love it because it's very big clusters.
It's like gratifying.
Yes, it's easy to find. And you harvest a lot of tonnage. And I remember, what's it, 97, I think? No, I'm sorry, 99. I harvest for Benito.
Oh,
with,
yeah?
Ben Ramirez Farm Labor Contracting.
Oh, yeah.
So I did, me, my sister, my wife, we did harvest there.
Nice.
Benito, that's my first time I met the Dusi Vineyard. I never know who's Dusi, but that's...
Do you guys like harvesting trellis vineyards or the old vines better?
Oh, I think the old vine's more easy too.
Yeah.
So this very much for you, Tavo, is a family affair too.
Yes.
Your whole family. I mean, Martinez Farming, it's a lot of your family's involved also?
Yeah, my daughter, she's helped us to do the payroll. My wife helped to hire new people or fill all the paperwork.
Yeah.
And my brother helped us supervisor too.
When it comes to, because your story begins far from this stage. You came from Oaxaca to the U.S. as a teenager, right? 16 years old. Eventually found your way into the vineyards of Paso, thankfully. What did that 16-year-old believe that he was coming here to find? And what did he end up finding, inside himself? And how did that path move forward?
First time when we come to Madera, so my uncles, they work there in the garlic industry. So that's my first job, just cutting the tips and the and the garlic, the
Yeah.
roots and that piece in the back.
Right.
They leave a couple inches, I think, behind. So that's my first job. So I never thought about wine industry. So in the '96, my uncle come to Shandong, or they normally come every year to Shandong just for help pruning, because not very many Hispanic people that time of the year in '93, '94. So we come with them, and that time of the year they let you sleeping in the cars. We like camping every week.
Wow.
So there's a big pile of old vines there. So we park the cars there. We bring ice chest with we meat. We make carne asada almost every day there and camping. And we stay there. We come Mondays mornings. We stay there for a week and we go back to Madera because 2 hour driving. So in the '97 we decide. So I got married in the '96. So we decide move everyone to Shandong.
Okay.
That's the first time we moved there.
Yeah.
In 2000 we decided move to Paso.
Okay.
Yeah, I started work for Pacific Vineyard in 2000 for George Donati. You know, George
Oh, yeah,
Donati,
yeah.
all the and I started dreaming with them. Or how do you say dreaming?
Dreaming, yeah.
And I saw him, and he speaks perfect Spanish. And I saw him pull over, check the vineyard, and he's got a white lab, I think, is on his truck.
Yeah.
And I just keep looking at him. I say, someday I think I have a truck and dog with me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
Your white lab's like the star of your brand too.
You have a lab too?
yes.
What's the name?
Coco?
Coco.
But before I have another one, the name is Dalton.
Mhm.
That's the first I got from Neil.
Oh, yeah.
Another-
I stole from Neil.
Another lab?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's our first dog. I stole
They're
from
great,
Neil,
huh?
from Neil Roberts.
Yeah, Neil. Oh, really?
Yeah.
He had some great labs.
Yeah.
I remember
He's
them.
got a great dog.
Yes. So he did a speech on the fair, and he's talking about that.
He
because
introduced Octavio at the fair. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Good speech.
He's
Yeah.
another one I haven't talked to in a minute. How is
Yeah.
Neil's doing?
Good.
Is Neil Roberts doing good? I haven't talked to
Yeah,
him. in a minute.
he's doing good.
So was he all over the fair this year? He's always. he
I
used to
saw
do-
him. I just the only time I saw him, but yeah, he
Yeah,
did a
yeah,
nice introduction of
Yeah.
That's so great. I love it. So you see this, you're like, one day I'm going to have a big ass truck, which you do now, and a dog, and so these are dreams. And being Mexican coming up here, we always talk about the American dream, right?
Right.
I mean, when you look at a story like yours, like that is such a cool version of the American dream that I think is just so special.
Yeah, it is, because when I go back to my town, I never thought I'd come that far, or I feel like I just started, but it's hard work, and
Yeah.
we do it every day. Keep going.
What do you like to make? What do you miss about Oaxaca? What do you like to cook? Obviously, carne asada. What are some other things that you like to do to really keep that culture alive here? Whether it's food or this or
I
that.
think it's food and family, friends. I got the opportunity to just go back last year. Last year is my first time we got a green card.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
and
okay.
Yeah.
20, almost 30 years. First
Oh
time
my
we go
gosh.
back
Wow.
to see the people we never.
Was it tough to see everything going on here and be like, gosh, like I'm working here. I've been like, I gave my whole life to this area, to this country, my family, and then see kind of the way like the mood was and go, gosh, I don't want to go back. I'd love to go back home, but I don't want to go back home because I don't know if I can come back. How did all that feel?
We feel like we want to go, or we can go back there. It's nice there. People have different life there. They don't make the money what we make here, but
Yeah.
their expenses is very low.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we make more money here, but our expenses is
Yeah.
crazy.
Really
Especially
high.
especially the rent. You just work 2 weeks just for the rent.
I know, for real.
For
Yeah.
for regular minimum wage. So it's tough, but Mexico is beautiful. When you go there, 1 or 2 weeks just go so
Yeah.
quick.
Oh, we did it. We did it 2 weeks, and that was the longest. We did a week. We went to Zihuatanejo.
Okay.
Beautiful. Did a week like at a house, like a Airbnb kind of house,
Okay.
and then a week in like a resort. And so they're very different.
Yeah.
But the house was awesome, of course. But it's like you see things that you're not ready for. Like I don't know if you've been to Zihuatanejo, but like
No.
the spiders there are like, whoa, that's interesting. Or like like they have these birds that sounds like machines. Like they have different birds there, and then they have scorpions.
Oh, did you see
Janell.
one?
See one. I was sitting on the toilet when
You saw one?
more than one. And so I'll tell you a little funny story. So we're in Mexico, and this big, beautiful house called Casa Luna. You got to go Google it and see why. You can rent it. It's incredible. It was built during the Studio 54 time of the 70s by an artist. It's nuts. A lot of open air stuff, just gorgeous. But they have this little casitas in the back, and that's what we rented out. So we're in there. I see a scorpion, and because the people that now own the property, they're very like crunchy and hippie, and like they don't want any. And I guess I respect it, but no sprays, no nothing. It's very natural.
Oh.
Well, you get things like scorpions and stuff. So
Yeah.
I see when I call the lady, no one's renting the bigger house. So she goes, she feels really bad. She goes, I'm sorry. Look, go. You could take all your stuff, go into the, choose any room, have the whole house. So for the rest of the week, we have this whole big ass
Lucky. Yeah.
house. It was cool. And then even in there, like, it's just part of life. It's just great, you know, but it was just gorgeous. I mean, the weather, obviously the food, the beaches, but yeah, no, Mexico has so many beautiful spots.
Yes, they are. And you know what we do in Oaxaca with the scorpions?
What? Cook
We
them, eat them.
just grill and eat it.
Yeah.
We put in the mezcal bottle and
Yeah.
You guys eat everything.
They do eat crickets. Don't you eat crickets there?
no crickets. That's like
Grasshoppers?
grasshoppers and the ants. There's a big ants.
You eat the ants?
Yeah, hormigas.
Or,
All the snakes our guys catch, they skin them and eat them.
really?
Mm-hmm.
It's wild. Literally.
Well,
That's a steal.
What do these taste like when you eat a grasshopper or when you eat a scorpion? Like,
well, I think scorpion I eat one time. Doesn't feel much, but grasshoppers we eat all the time. It's like snacks for us in Oaxaca.
are they salt, chocolate? Like, what do you put on
They
them?
put salt, lime, or they did spicy now, different kind. But it's good. Grasshoppers they just grow in the corn,
Yeah.
alfalfa fields. So it's just a lot of protein.
But you will you eat them like right then, or do you take them back to camp or the house and cook them and
Oh,
whatever?
you had to cook.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm
No.
sure.
Come on, Adam. They're not animals. They're not beasts out here.
You can
They need some flavor.
Right? For real. Yeah. You
eat some
gotta,
salt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Little elote seasoning or something. I don't
Yes.
know. Oh my
The
god.
next time I had to bring you a bunch, and we did like snacks and
I would try one with you.
yeah.
You dip them in ranch?
No, that
I'm just saying I dip everything in ranch. I mean, I'm half Mexican, but I'm not all the way. So I still like ranch.
Yeah.
Do you remember the moment, Tavo, where like Paso stopped feeling temporary and it really began to feel yours? Like it felt like home to you.
when
Yeah.
we start thing and when we got our first house,
Yeah.
Yeah.
2015, I think.
Yeah. Your first.
That's when we start.
Yeah.
Start feel. Oh,
That's
Make
cool.
your own
Right.
home.
and
Yeah.
I wake up. I said, "Shoot, this is our house now."
Is that
Yeah.
rad? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Was also in our dreams have each bedroom for each. We had 3 daughters,
Yeah.
and our dreams have everybody have their own bedroom.
Yeah.
So that's when we start
Awesome.
feel it.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
did that.
That's,
Yes.
that's a big
That's so
accomplishment. Yeah.
huge. Yeah. And that's huge. And even people who work big full-time jobs here still find it hard to be able to buy a house here.
Right.
You know, so it's not easy. So that's really, really special. Good for you.
Yeah.
I love that. When you see the way Paso is changing, I mean, gosh, Paso's changed a lot since you first got here. What do you think about it all?
Yeah, we think it is growing. We love it because it's Paso. I remember because my wife in the past, she was cleaning houses and she was cleaning the banks with my brother-in-law. And sometimes I go help her in the nights because
Yeah.
they had to clean the Lutheran school. And when they was cleaning the Mission Bank, you remember where it was the Mission Bank, and now it's cross street from Nayagi, was the Mission Bank. I remember we go clean that bank once a week or something. And no restaurants, everything was quiet there. Was 20 years ago, and now it's
Restaurants everywhere. Cars, new houses
Yes.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the best place to get tacos? Where's your favorite place to get like?
my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're not going to Tavo's house, which I'm certainly fine to come crash and get some tacos at your house, but where it's like a lot of people like Los Robles.
Yeah.
Where's a good place to get some al pastor or some good tacos?
You know, I think Los Robles, but I really love that tacos in the past was the Tenexpa.
Mhm.
But I think they moved away from Paso. But that one was the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pastor
I have a
tacos.
secret.
Go
What
ahead.
about the quesadillas at San Miguel Bakery?
San Miguel Bakery. I like the burritos there.
Oh, they're on Crescent Road
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
towards, so they're in Paso, but it's called San Miguel Bakery. But oh, wow.
Or
The homemade tortilla, like it's so good.
the
So good.
tortas there is good too.
Yeah, okay.
Check that place out.
That's a good little
It's
hack.
the inside scoop.
For real. Yeah, that's the local
Yeah.
scoop. Janell, your father initially reminded you, Dusi's, we are grape growers. We are not winemakers.
Yeah.
And at some point, you being told no kind of awoke something in you that was like, love you, but I'm gonna do this a little differently.
Yeah, because he's a great grape grower, but that's his passion. He loves it. He would want nothing else but to be outside in the dirt all day and all night. I mean, morning to night. Except for right now this week, he's like, I'm tired of this 100 degrees.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because he is out there. He is, and he isn't a kind of guy that just pays somebody else to do the work. He does it. So, and I respect that. Like he's carried on this family legacy that's been amazing, but that's not what I'm passionate about. I mean, I like it. I'll do it. I'll help for sure. But let's bring this full circle. Let's get it in the bottle. So
Yeah.
I was adamant about starting making wine and growing slowly and still growing slowly, but I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Size I am now. Yeah.
Are you?
It's good.
Have you gotten to a point? I know the Pinot Grigio is bomb.
Yeah, it is.
Have you
It's good.
gotten to a point where you're like, okay, no more growth. Like we got to chill for a little bit.
A couple years ago, I really exercised the whole thing about growing another building, bigger this, and it was just like, why? I'm at a point where I can really
You thought
enjoy
about
my
that? You thought
life
bigger
too.
building?
Yeah. I went through the whole thing. I paid all the architect, everything, and
To build out where you're at.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was quite a few years ago, and I presented to my family, and they were like, "All right, this, we're behind you.
Oh,
If this is what you want to do, then go for it. But this is you." And I was like, "Yeah, that's right. I do. It is me." And so I'm at a point where it's like someone says, "Hey, you want to go to Italy next month? Sure, let's go."
yeah.
I can go do those things, and I've got a great team behind me for the size I'm at that I can still manage all parts of it, but we can do it with a pretty small team. And so I'm comfortable where I am.
Been talking to different business owners, whether it's Up and Adam or the other shows. And one thing I see this theme of is being system dependent over people dependent. And you can have a great job. Look, your name is on the bottle, right? J Dusi. That is Janell frickin' Dusi.
Yeah.
But for this system, for this process to run efficiently, it can't be dependent on Janell. Now, if I show up to the tasting room and Janell's there, I'm stoked. I love it. It's great. It's wonderful. It's very Paso. You need to be pouring wines, right? But it can't be the way it happens all the time. And if you're setting up your business to be Janell dependent, then you are setting up for a broken business. And I know you know that. How do you kind of when did you kind of have to look at this and go, okay, I need to put on a lens that says, no, we need to really find systems. So if I do go to Italy for 2 weeks, or if I do, Billy and I bop over here, do this, or I go on a sales trip, things are going to be good.
I think it's about putting the time in the beginning. I grew it to be this way and structurally built a great team, which is awesome. But in the beginning, it was, I don't have my own children. So it was like, this was my baby. This was everything in my life. And I spent every minute, hour there all the time. But it got to be a well-oiled machine now. And now there's plenty of people that are dependent. I don't need to watch over every single thing, and that's probably not the healthiest way to do it either. So I think you got to let people do their own jobs and hire the right people that do things really, really well.
When we make decisions,
and appreciate your values and how you want things to come.
The best part of what you said. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Identifying what you value.
Yeah.
And in pursuit of that. When you have these conversations about scaling of this, I got this great, I'm working with makers. I want to do another SKU. We want to do United Airlines, whatever it is. Do you make these big decisions because the paychecks are just you can't deny them, or
I wish.
or is it just oh my God, how many eyeballs are going to be on my brand, which translates to more people, come in and visit? What is the payoff when you are not forced, but when you do make those decisions?
When I say yes?
Yes, exactly.
It's because I think I'm in an interesting spot as a winemaker because I started the winery myself. I have my family as owners now, but also I'm part owner in all of our vineyards. So I kind of walk this line in between vineyards and winemaking. And it goes through harvest too. Everyone's like, oh, do you get a cherry pick? All this. I was like, actually, I kind of get I fit in the schedule where I fit in the schedule kind of thing. So it's walking both lines as a grape farmer and a winemaker. And what's nice about saying yes to these things is that I'm saying it as a winemaker because they're like, hey, your name's going to be on the back of every can. There's a QR code that goes to your story, blah, blah, blah. But it's also, we have a lot of grapes and we need to find a home for all those grapes. So it works both ways and it works for both entities, which is great. And like I said, everything kind of comes full circle and it's all just about moving stuff around, but it's about growing great grapes, selling the fruit, and making great wine. So selling that, but you got to sell everything. That's my dad's big old point.
Yeah.
We're not winemakers because he doesn't want, we want to sell our grapes.
Yeah.
And then he's like, if you want to spend time making wine, spend all that money, then you got to sell the wine. That's the hard part. And that's what he knew back, 20 years ago, because he doesn't want to be out there talking to people like, hey, do you like my wine? Do you like how it tastes?
Yeah.
He would never.
When it, we think of your dad, we think of even Dante, some other folks in the family, maybe Dante teaching you, your grandfather teaching you winemaking, or your dad teaching growing, and all these things that you picked up. What were some things that had nothing to do with fermentation, nothing to do with farming, that you picked up from maybe your grandfather, maybe your dad, that just are instilled in you?
Well, my grandfather Dante's first language was Italian, but never taught me one word of Italian. But he taught me every song in Spanish. I can sing them all. La cucaracha, ay, 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 cantos señores. I can do all of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I learned a lot of that from my grandfather. And just, we always planted a big garden and we had, walnut trees and cherry trees, all these, fruits and nuts and everything. And he always called it home of Dusi fruit land, like, I don't know, he's so proud about everything he grew, even if you could do a watermelon, a dry farm watermelon and carve your name in it. It was like the most special thing. So
Really?
He really taught me about growing and also loving the land you live on. No one in my family ever would want to sell anything and move somewhere else. Like why? Where would I move? Where else would make me happier than I am now?
Yeah.
So I grew up, 50 yards away from him and on 100 acres. It was just my grandparents, my parents and I. So I felt really close to him and taught me a lot about the land.
Yeah, I love that. Tavo, what about you?
I got learning a lot of, I think, business from my father. My grandpa.
Yeah.
His name was Antonio García Martínez, and he was not able to. He's not read and he's not able to write because I think he's not no school for him. So, but he was a businessman. He's got a small distillery, so he make mezcal.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's all the neighbors around. They make the mezcal on their distillery. So he charged they charge by gallon. I think 1% or 5%. I'm not sure. And he's buy the mezcal from there and they take to town and sell it. And he's get the money, pay back. Everything's by word, nothing signing, nothing paper signed. So he's everything. But he was a businessman. I don't know how he noticed the money because he's never have the problem. I don't think so. Lose money. So I don't know in the beginning, but he was a businessman. My grandfather everybody loved him and he's a good man. And I remember he's I think it's June 29 because the second name or the middle name is Pedro, San Pedro. So he's always got a party and bring the banda, and we love it. And one thing I love from him too, it's every Thursday was the how do you say that, like Swami here?
Yeah, the Swami.
They call Swami over there is
or farmer's market, maybe?
Yes, every Thursday every Thursday he's going to the town.
Yeah.
It was like a 1 hour driving car.
Right.
It's just dirt road. And he's always bring bread or like fresh fruit and everything. And we always go to his house to help him and farm the corn. And and next day we have a little fresh, gifts.
Yeah.
But I think I learning how to do business from him because he was a businessman there. It's not like real businessman how we do it now, but he was really a small businessman.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. It reminds me of my dad because my dad was very much like a businessman that would touch on all different kinds of things. And I was a kid, we'd go to like the swap meet and he was going to lay some out and sell some. It's just crazy. But when you talk about just that businessman, there's something, and he was born in Mexico City. So, but he came up here when he was a kid, but I love that story of just like that hustle, that grind. And
yes.
And no one does it like that culture. That is so cool.
Yeah. And like what I thought for my grandpa, he's always doing something. He's got their own house. He's bought a properties there. he was like rich man, not in money, but he was
Yeah.
rich.
Rich in the ways that it matters.
Yes, yeah, and I find out rich knows how much money you guys have, how long you survive
Yeah.
out of work. So
That's a great point.
yeah,
That's an incredible point.
yes,
Yeah, it's super insightful. You know, we were talking earlier about your social media. You got like, you know, what, 4, 6, 700,000 followers on all these different platforms. What did you want to, first of all, how did you grow it like that? I'm sure a ton of people are listening, want to know what type of things are you putting on your social media, and what misunderstanding about vineyard labor were you most determined to correct? And what story did you really want to get out there and show people?
you know, I'm start in 2020 because first start with my daughter. I have 3 daughters. One of my older daughters, she's 29, and she's, you know, I'm so proud for all 3 because everyone's
Of
different.
course, yeah.
But my older one, she's decided going to the army for help us to get a green card.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what I say.
So
I'm so proud for all 3.
Your oldest daughter went into the
29 years old. She's 29 years old.
she went into the army to help you guys get green cards.
Yes, to get the green card, and
It's
she signed up
incredible.
for six years. I think she's got one more year in the reserves.
Oh wow.
Just the reserves. That's the first one, and the second one, she's going to New York to get a fashion designer. So that's my, how do you say, my engine or the
Yeah.
power to
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
hard every day. So I
Yeah.
want to do, give it the best to them.
Yeah.
And she's decided going to New York to get a fashion designer, and she's graduating in 2020. So that's where
Wow.
it was. And my younger one, she's graduated last year in Cal Poly for soil science.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
God.
and but it's going back to how we started. So in 2020, we got the tickets to everything to go to a graduation for her in New York, and you know the pandemic comes, so everything shut down. So everything's canceled. So she's decided coming home, stay with us there. And my older daughter is when TikTok started get crazy, you know, in 2020. So my older
right.
daughter told my middle daughter, say, why you don't start doing videos on TikTok? Everybody does now, because she's really good to sewing, and she's got a graduate from that, and she's created phenomenal dresses from. She's going to Goodwill and buy an old dress, and she's cut it, convert, and make a
Really?
nice, beautiful dress.
No way.
So
Documents it on TikTok,
yes,
right?
TikTok,
Yeah.
and my older daughter told her, why you don't do that? Just post in TikTok.
Yeah.
now." Because she's at home doing nothing, so everything, you know, shut down because the pandemic, and she listened to her start doing videos, and it's how I started to. I say, how maybe I can start posting videos too about the grapes too. And she's helped me to post my first video around the pre-pruning in the vineyard, and I post my first video to record the tractor with the pre-pruning, how chop the canes. And I put the red wine, and the video got start viral, so I start posting more and more.
It's
Who knew
incredible.
pre-printing would go viral?
I know, right?
Yeah.
As far as like the tools that you use and like that maybe are in your truck, do you have like a pair of, you know, shears? I know I was at YVI and they have like these electric ones. Like, I mean, I don't know. Are these, do you have like a certain pair of, or is there a tool that is just like indispensable? You always have it on you. It's
Your favorite?
Like, yeah.
I have the Felco number 6, is the red one. That one's is always with me because we need that one for pruning, for cutting whatever you need to cut.
Yeah.
And, that's my tool pretty much every day. Phone, pruners, and that's my tools. Because now out of the cell phone you can survive. My the business pretty much run. I need my truck and my cell phone and the clippers.
Yeah.
What-
There you go. 3
and
things.
Coco.
And
Coco.
Coco.
Coco, of course,
He's very
Coco.
upset. We gotta take with me.
One thing that we hear more now, especially as we talk about like ROC certified or, you know, SIP certified, is the treatment of the people. That the people and the way they're treated, farm worker treatment it's just as important as the rest of the picture. What are some things that you believe in as far as how, you know, Janell told that great story about we're showing up with the bunch of burgers. What are some story or some ways that you really invest in the people that are working for you?
I think trade good. I think that's the first thing, because no matter what you give it to them, if you give it food or if you don't trade good, they don't come
Gotta
back.
treat them good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's more important. Just trading good and good knowledge. We training our leaders. We give a good safety training. But what's important for, whatever everything happens, had to be the people. Like I was in Mexico 3 weeks ago, last month, and one driver just called me. Oh, I just flip over the tractor.
Oh.
And I say, "Are you okay?"
I saw the picture.
Yeah. Was it
I
bad?
said, "Are you okay?"
Oh.
He said, "Yes, everything's good. I'm good. Are you sure?" I said, "Are you sure you're okay?" He said, "The tractor broke. The window broke. Forget about the tractor." I said, "Are you okay?" And he said, "Yes, I'm good." I said, "My brother right away with the other 2 guys helped him. Then, but he was the tractor. We just moving back. Sorry,
Yeah.
but
Is the tractor done? Or are you gonna fix it?
I think we can fix it. But the good thing is nothing happened to him. So that's more important. So and it's what I do. I think as part of successful because I always trade people good, like the way when they trade me, I trade them. So that's very important, because if somebody don't trade me right, I don't want to go back to them.
Right.
So
Exactly.
yeah, so
That's so good.
I think that's part of the successful, my leadership, to be a good leader with them.
Yeah.
Like,
you ever want to make wine? Do you make wine?
yeah, I started.
Did you?
Yes, with Enrique. So
Yeah,
that's my next goal.
You're going to be making a wine now?
Yes.
What is it called?
We get this partnership with a girl in Orange County.
Okay.
So we call it Sofia Victoria.
Okay.
Yes.
And when will this be out?
It's out already.
It's out now. Okay.
Yes, but I think next time I come bring the bottle and we can do another podcast.
Yeah, for sure. And then, but I will now. I'll put links to it.
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, I'll get all the links to it. So
yeah, SofiaVictoria.com. Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Cool. We'll find it out. Yeah. What's so cool is like if you go to the Wine History Project, which Libby Agron, we've had her on the show, and there's so much San Luis Obispo County history within the wine community. I was just talking to Daniel Callahan. We might put a show together. They used to have these like research outposts all over, like in the late 1800s, of like what grew here. And there was one on the east side of Paso.
Well, I've seen everything from Libby. She's got a vast.
Yeah, this one came from Daniel Callahan. Do you know him? He has the Slam Dance Kid wines. He's a younger winemaker, but he likes to geek out on these really kind of like super unique things. And one of them was like these old outposts that they used to run here from an agricultural standpoint. And they would see like, oh, cherry trees worked here, or this did, or this didn't, or this wine did, this wine grape didn't. And but I kind of bringing me back to like Libby and stuff was when you learn about the Italian immigrant history here, it's fascinating. And your family now celebrating over 100 years. I'm going to put a link to the Wine History Project link that interviews and talks and gives a bio on Janell, because it's just so interesting to kind of get really a window into look of just like your whole family, the over 100-year history. And I just think it's really cool. It must be really special to be a part of that.
Yeah, and I'm just thankful for the Wine History Project and Libby to take the time to dig up all this information and all these tools and history, and to document and write it down, because we all have it, but it's like we don't take the time because we don't think it's it's our history, so you don't think about it. But they're out there and they're doing this, and Libby's done a great job. I
remember I was on some media tour thing. I forgot what it was. It was about a year or so ago. I came out there. Your whole family was out there, and you going to J Dusi, you really can digest a lot of this really cool history. And I remember that you had mom and dad out there.
I remember that now. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, it was so cool. And I just encourage people to go taste J Dusi. Do we need an appointment to do that?
No, I mean, it's recommended on a Saturday, or we've been busy lately. So it's recommended to guarantee you have a seat. But you don't need one. No, you can come walk on in. Although if we're short staffed, or hopefully there's a seat.
You might now, can you just order like a glass or a bottle?
Yeah,
too?
absolutely. Yeah. We got cheese and charcuterie. We got wines by the glass, by the bottle, or tasting. Are
you tasting any of these wines here or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
So we can't taste Sofia Victoria.
Yeah, we can taste, but probably I don't break the bottle. Maybe next time I have to.
No. But I mean, like someone listening right now.
Oh yeah, we can do a taste by appointment.
Okay.
Yes, we can do it.
And then you do that. Where do you do those?
In Paso,
Okay.
it's we're not sure. Yeah, like I say, we working out. So we doing in place 825 Riverside, but
Okay.
we working out right now. So,
Okay, cool. So then we'll get links to that.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to come taste Sofia Victoria, they
Sure.
can do that too.
Yes, so we got this partnership with this great couple from Orange County. I think that's, I don't say from the beginning, but
Yeah.
it's a great couple. We meet there and they want to start a label, and we start this together.
I love that.
And I think be a fun project.
Good for you.
Awesome.
Yeah, I really loved getting to know you and getting to meet you. And we'll definitely, would love to have you back again, Tavo.
Okay, sure.
Congratulations on winning
Thank you.
Wine Grower of the Year.
Thank you.
Yeah, your story is incredible. It's really cool. And I love the just like the family kind of grind and hearing about your daughters. And yeah, it's you seem like a really cool man. I'm really happy to have met you, my man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Janelle, you know I love you.
Love you.
Best of everything to always to you. But have a great harvest, both of you.
You know,
Harvest 2026 is around the corner.
we're not going to be this smiley pretty soon. So,
I know, right? Yeah.
Just awake.
And Chanel's like everyone else grows a whole big beard. And like all the guys do. Do you grow a big harvest beard and everything or no?
No, you still chop every day.
You still try every day. Yeah, keep it clean.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you guys both for hanging out and sharing where wine takes you.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So give me that moonshine, we'll get by. We pass on round till the job is done. Camped out in the trees, we'll simplify good company.
Man, that's extremely Paso right there. Big thanks to J Dizzle, Tavo, for sitting down with me at the SLO CAL Studios, especially with Harvest already knocking on the door way earlier than anyone expected. What stays with me from that chat is really neither of them built their life around getting an award, obviously, right? Janelle built hers on completing that circle we talked about. Her family grew the grapes. She wanted to take those grapes all the way into the bottle with the Dusi name on the label and her own point of view inside it. I love that. And Tavo built his life around work, but also around the people doing that work beside him. And yeah, he knows how to develop a vineyard. He can manage the crews, the machines, the timing, the pressure of harvest, sure. But he also knows when people need food at 1 a.m. And that's not just good management. That's leadership in the chest, right? That's hard. You're going to find both the links to both those folks in the show notes. Check them out. Now, from the people being honored for their impact on Paso to an event that turns wine, food, and a little friendly competition into a real opportunity for local students. It is time to fire up today's Travel Paso Spotlight, which is all about the Paso Robles Rotary Winemakers Cook-Off. And the idea is beautifully simple. Local wineries show up with wine, food, staff, a whole lot of pride. Back in the day, the winemakers were the ones standing over the grill. I remember when I used to go to this event because this event's been around for a long, long time. And somewhere along the lines, or over the years, the lines, they got a little blurry. Some wineries, they bring their own chefs, if they got one on staff. Some bring culinary hired guns. I've seen this. And some may or may not deploy a little creative persuasion, if you will, to get their hands on your coveted People's Choice voting token. Now, I'm not saying they're bribes. I'm just saying if somebody offers you a nice little port, well, yeah, I'm saying there's bribes. There's bribes there. Someone holding like a big ass, magnum of something that from the library. They got some really fun stuff, some swag. So vote with your conscience, of course. It's a fun day. Best part about it, there's two big bragging rights on the line, right? Judge's choice, people's choice. But underneath all the fun, this event has serious purpose. The Winemakers Cook-Off supports the Harlow Ford Scholarship Fund, helping local seniors from Paso High School, also Liberty High School, continue on to different trade schools, community colleges, universities. And this event has raised over $1 million in the years it's been doing it. It's incredible. Over $1 million. And in 2026, Paso Rotary awarded $115,000 in scholarships to local students. So that's the part that matters. Of course, you come for the wine, stay for the food. There's some really good food at this event. And you get unreasonably invested in who wins a cooking trophy. And somewhere in the middle of all that, you help a local student take the next step. And that feels good. That feels really good. It's a damn good night out, that's for sure. So we'll put the links in the show notes to winemakerscookoff.com. Super easy. Check it out. And when you're building the rest of your Paso weekend, where to stay, where to eat, who to taste with, what else is going on, go to travelpaso.com. All right. Well, that is going to do it for this one. Janell, congrats on being named 2026 Winemaker of the Year. I just love you so much, and I'm so proud of you. Not surprised at all. And Tavo, congrats, my man. I loved meeting you. Loved meeting you, dude. And congrats on Wine Grape Grower of the Year. Super deserved. I love it. Also, congrats, Wine Industry Person of the Year, Andrew Jones. Congrats to Diablo Paso. We talked to them a few weeks ago about Winery of the Year. Super cool. I love it. I love this time of year. All right, Where Wine Takes You is executive produced by Joel Peterson and Paso Wine. Associate producer is Krista Smith. The podcast is recorded, edited, and produced by yours truly. Original music on the show, it's called Good Company. It's performed by Moonshiner Collective. Stream them wherever you get your music. Also learn more at moonshinercollective.com. They're performing live Friday, August 14th at Dairy Creek. Beautiful. It's called the Under the Moon Concert Series. They put out like little blankets, little like lantern, battery operated like LED lanterns. And you just watch the sun creep behind the rolling hills with the ocean a few miles away. And you're watching Dan and the guys play. It's so good. It is so good. Friday, August 14th, if you can, go to moonshinercollective.com for tickets. Promise you will not regret that. It'll be a wonderful night out. And hey, for more on me, check out my other shows, Up and Adam, my daily radio show podcast, also The Pour. Head to adamontiel.com, hit that connect tab, and drop me a line. I love hearing from you, answering your questions, getting your ideas, helping you plan your next Paso adventure. What's been some fun shows lately? We're about to do an episode of The Pour with a tea sommelier. I did a little preview on Up and Adam, so if you do listen to me on Up and Adam, you'll hear that. But me and Jordan Fiorentini and I, she had given me a book about tea as a gift. And then, months later, I didn't even know SLO County has a local tea sommelier. How cool is that? And so she hit me up on adamontiel.com and he said, hey, would this be interesting, for a show? And I call up Jordan. I'm like, let's interview this gal. Let's learn tea. Let's learn the way of tea together. And here's a little clip from that. Are we going to get tea wasted?
Yeah.
Is it like euphoric? Is it almost like a little bit of a legal high?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there's a phrase in the tea world called tea drunk. People might say, are you kidding me? I've never felt this before, but that's probably because you've been drinking dead teas. But with these really high quality teas, there's different compounds in them, different relaxants and stimulants that can create this kind of blissful, euphoric feeling. I feel it real quick because I'm really sensitive.
Are we going to get tea wasted?
Yeah.
There are so many similarities with wine. This is blowing my mind.
It's Up and Adam with Adam Montiel.
God, isn't that fun? So that's another episode of Up and Adam. We talk about getting tea drunk and learning about tea from a tea sommelier. So if you're into wine, you'll certainly love that conversation. So, all right. Well, look, if you love Where Wine Takes You, would love if you would subscribe, leave a review, maybe share the show with somebody who believes the people behind the bottle matter just as much as what's inside it. Means a ton when you share the show with a friend and let others discover the Where Wine Takes You community. So thanks for connecting that way. I do appreciate you. I'm your host, Adam Montiel. Till next time, let's lift that glass up. Let's put some white in there for sure. It has been warm. And let's cheers to the kid who looked at a vineyard and saw more than grapes. To the farmer who looked at a crew and saw more than labor. May we never forget where we started. May we always stay curious about what's coming next. And may we always leave a little room in the glass for where wine takes you.
Give me that moonshine, we get by, we pass all around till the job is done. We can't die in the trees, it will simplify good company. Give me that moonshine, we get by, we pass all around till the job is done. We can't die in the trees, it will simplify, good company. Give me that moonshine, we'll get by. We pass on round till the job is dry. Camped out in the trees, we'll simplify, good company. Give me that moonshine, we'll get by. We pass on round till the job is dry. Camped out in the trees, we'll simplify, good company.